State Election Commission is officially releasing the logo as a part of their awareness campaign for the forthcoming Panchayat elections to be held on the 10th of August 2022 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. across 186 village panchayats in Goa. It is for the first time that the Goa State Election Commission is doing it, and all under the able guidance and keen interest of Shri W.V. Ramamurthy, State Election Commission, Goa State Election Commission. May I now take the privilege of welcoming our distinguished guest of today's function, Shri W.V. Ramamurthy, Commissioner, Goa State Election Commission. Ms. Jyoti Kumari, Collector and District Election Officer, South Goa. Ms. Mamo Age, Collector and District Election Officer, North Goa. Shri Brijesh Manelkar, Secretary, Goa State Election Commission. Shri Sagar Purak, Assistant Director, Goa State Election Commission. 10th August, the day that will decide the fate of 5,038 candidates, where over 8 lakhs voters all over Goa will be voting. May I now request Ms. Mamo Age, Collector and District Election Officer, North Goa, to please address the gathering.
Good morning. I am Mamo Age, the District Election Officer for North Goa District. Good morning. I am Mamo Age. I am the District Election Officer for North Goa District. The Goa State Election Commission has announced the Goa general elections to village panchayats, which will be held on the 10th of August, and the counting will be held on the 12th of August. And subsequently, after the notification, the Model Code of Conduct has been enforced from the 16th of July, and it will be in place till the completion of the election process. Now, in North Goa District, there are a total of 97 village panchayats which are going for poll. There are a total of 736 polling booths. There are 830 wards and 788 wards, out of which, because 41 are unopposed wards. Now, the total number of voters in North Goa are 4,05,993, out of which male voters constitute 48.7%. The female voters constitute 51.29%, and there are 2 third gender voters as well in North Goa. There are 447 polling station locations, and there is 1 SEPTA polling station, in the sense there are 7 polling booths in 1 polling station, 3 Penta polling station, in the sense there are 5 polling booths in 5 polling booths in 3 polling stations. There are 12 vulnerable polling stations in Bardez in Race Marcos, and there are 9 in Tiswadi in Chimbal area. Coming to the election machinery in the district, there are 10 ROs, there are 10 AROs, and there are 18 village panchayats in Tiswadi Taluka with 158 wards. There are 33 village panchayats in Bardez Taluka with 279 wards. There are 17 village panchayats with 129 wards in Penne Taluka. There are 17 village panchayats in Bichalam Taluka with 123 wards. And there are 12 village panchayats in Sattari with 94 wards, totaling up to 97 village panchayats in North Goa. Now, the nomination has commenced since the 18th of July, and the last date of nominations was 25th of July. Scrutiny and withdrawal has taken place on the 26th and 27th respectively, out of which 41 are unopposed candidates, and the final list of contesting candidates, which are also in the notice boards of the returning officers in Form 5, are 2,667 in the entire North Goa. Polling teams, coming to the preparation part, the polling teams are appointed by the returning officers in North Goa. There are 2 rounds of trainings that will be conducted. First round of trainings for most of the ROs have been completed. Second round will take place in the first week of August. Each polling team will consist of a presiding officer, 3 polling officials, a polling peon, and the police security that will be accompanying on the pre-poll day as well as the poll day. To keep a check on the model code of conduct, enforcement and violations, there are 3 such teams. One is a flying squad team, which consists of an executive magistrate officer. It consists of the police personnel also. It will consist of a videographer and it consists of a driver. These teams will be taking the complaints of model code of conduct violations and will ensure that the enforcement takes place as per rules. There are also sector officers. There are 67 sector officers in North Goa. The main role of sector officers prior to poll is ensuring that the polling stations have their assured minimum facilities and that all the polling stations are ready prior to poll. On the poll day, the sector officers also ensure that there are no such any incidents that are occurring in the polling stations. There are also excise teams which are ensuring that liquor distribution component of the model code of conduct is not violated. So from the excise commissioner order, there have been 2 inspectors allotted per taluka. So there are 10 teams with 2 inspectors each. About coming to the distribution, receiving and counting and strongroom centers. In Tiswadi taluka, there are 2 ROs. Their distribution, receiving and counting centers are in Shyamal Prasad Mukherjee Stadium. In Bardez, the strong rooms, distribution, receiving and counting centers are in Pedem Sports Complex, Mapsa. In Sattari, it is in Kadamba at KTC bus stand, Valboy. In Bicholim, it is in Narayan Zante College. In Pelle, RO1 has his facilities in Government College of Arts and Commerce. RO2 has it in Deen Dayal Bhavan, Tue. Further, there are also counting agents and polling agents that will be appointed on the day of the poll and on the day of the counting or one day prior, and that will also be done by the ROs. Lastly, from Team North, I would like to also send out a message of appeal to all the people to come out to cast the vote and exercise the constitutional right to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us on the voting situation in the North Goa. Can I now request Ms. Jyoti Kumari, Collector and District Election Officer, South Goa, to please share her thoughts.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Jyoti Kumari. I am Collector, South Goa and District Election Officer for the Panchayat elections. In South Goa, there are 89 village panchayats who are going for polls, and there are 11 returning officers. Each returning officer is assisted by an assistant returning officer. Ponda Taluka has 19 village panchayats, Marma Goa has 7, Salset has 33, Kepe has 11, Sangim has 7, Kankon has 7 and Dharbandura has 5. The nomination process is over, and since there are some wards where the candidates have been elected as unopposed. So we have 23 such wards in South Goa district. The elections are going to be held in 2, 3, 4, 8 wards of these 7 talukas. The flying squad, 99 flying squads are in place and 72 sector officers are in place to enforce that the model code of conduct is not violated during the campaign process. The receiving and distribution and counting are one RO and one AERO has one such center, and the receiving and distribution will be done in those centers only. The counting agents and the polling agents will be appointed before the election. For the polling agents, the process is on. The counting agents also, the candidates can approach the RO and get their persons appointed as polling agents or counting agents. Apart from the general preparedness for the elections, we also have a strong monitoring mechanism. The expenditure of the candidates are being regularly monitored by the expenditure monitoring teams of the ROs. There is a media monitoring team also at the district level which is monitoring whether any campaign is violating the model code of conduct, and it is also monitoring the social media and the news and the print media. Apart from that, Section 144 order regarding the arms held by the people in the areas going for voting is issued by the district collector. Like in the same way, the liquor prohibition after 10 o'clock order also has been issued. The campaign period has been restricted till 10 p.m. and that has to be followed by the candidates. With all these measures, we are ready to ensure a free and fair election in the village panchayats, and I would also appeal everyone to participate in this democratic festival so that we are able to ensure that the grassroots democracy in India is strengthened. So a request to all the voters to please come out and vote on the 10th of August. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts. Now, the time and the moment. This is for the first time in history that the Goa State Election Commission is releasing a logo for the oncoming Panchayat elections. May I now request the Commissioner of the Goa State Election Commission, Shri W.M. Ramamurthy, sir, along with the district election officers and other dignitaries to kindly unveil the logo for the oncoming elections.
Close. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, madam.
Can we get a round of applause? This is for the first time that the logo for the Goa State Election Commission has been released. Also for the first time, the Goa State Election Commission is live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We can see the logo depicting the Goan tradition and culture. We have fields, the fishermen, river and coconut trees all in the background depicting the common life in Goa. Also we have the voter's finger, which is very essential on the 10th of August along with the ballot box. All this has been done under the keen initiative and interest of our Goa State Election Commission Commissioner Shri W.M. Ramamurthy, sir. Can I request you, sir, to please address the gathering?
A very warm good morning to all of you. First of all, let me thank all the media for coming here for this unveiling function of the logo. Through media we wanted to reach every voter of the village panchayat and bring awareness in them to come and vote. The basic idea is that people feel that their one vote won't change, doesn't matter. But every vote matters here in the village panchayat. Your precious vote is for the future of your village. So this election commission is in charge of conduct of local body elections, and as you are aware that we are conducting 186 panchayat and total votes are 1528. And out of which we got 64 unopposed. For remaining wards we are conducting elections. As you have just now heard, District Election Officer North and District Election Officer South of the appropriate arrangements made by them for the conduct of elections. In fact, the election preparations have started in November by appointing ROs, and and we have done the delimitation of the wards and reservation of the wards by State Election Commission for the first time. This is, we are in the middle of the election that we have already passed from 16 July. The announcement was made. From there we have implementing the model code of conduct, and all the candidates and government officials and government ministers have to follow certain code of conduct which we have codified, and we have also made appointments of general observers and executive magistrates and sectoral officers to oversee the implementation of model code of conduct. Even district election officers, both south and north, are also supervising the violations of the model code of conduct. And today we are unveiling for the first time to generate the awareness among the voters of village panchayat, to make them aware that the preciousness of their vote. We are also going through the social media, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and through electronic media also we will be doing, and through radio also we are doing, so that to make register them that 10th August from 8 to 5 they have to come and vote. So I thank all of you for coming here and covering this event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request all the dignitaries present in the dais to kindly unveil the T-shirts that have been specially printed as an awareness, as a part of the awareness campaign for this oncoming election. All this is done as a part of the awareness campaign to create awareness and enthusiasm among our young voters and all voters across Goa.
So bend that mic. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I would also request the Commissioner, sir, to please present mementos to our district election officers and the other dignitaries on the dais. All this has been done to create awareness and enthusiasm among the voters. As we come towards the fag end of the program, may I now request the Secretary, Goa State Election Commission, Shri Brijesh Manelkar, to please propose